Hey, this video is about being brave. And sometimes when people watch my YouTube video, they say to me, you're really brave. And I don't consider my YouTube videos something I'm doing that's brave, but it made me think about bravery and how we all have it in us. And that it may be easier for you to go ahead and take an act of bravery that you would consider being brave for yourself. And by the end of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. Okay. So when I think about me being on the YouTube channel, I just think that I just feel like, okay, I'm talking to my friend. I'm talking to somebody who, might want to know what I'm about to say, and it might help them in their life. I don't really feel like I'm speaking in front of a large group of people, but many years ago, I belonged to a group where you had to stand up, every once in a while in the group and say who you were and what you were about. And it was actually a business group, so we would talk about, what we did as far as our business goes. So I actually became the secretary of that group, and it turns out there are a lot of people in that group who were afraid to talk. So when they were scheduled to talk, they just wouldn't come to the meeting, or they would say, no, I can't, I'm not prepared, I don't want to do this. And as the secretary, it was my job to fill in. So on the one hand, it gave me the opportunity to talk about my business almost every week, but also it gave me the chance to face the fear of speaking in public to other people. Now, I knew these people. It wasn't like I didn't know them, but there was still this weird fear of getting up and speaking. And they say that 95% of people would rather die than speak in public. And anyway, I had to do it. So I stood up and I'd give like a 5 or 10 minute talk about what I do. And I tried to make it a little bit different every week. But the first time I did it, the first few times I did it, I could feel my blood pressure rising. I could feel like my face was getting hot. I could feel my lip was twitching, and sometimes my eyebrow felt like it was twitching. But as I looked out at everyone, no one was reacting. No one was noticing, or at least it didn't seem like they were noticing. So I came to the conclusion that I'm the only one who can see this. I'm the only one who can see my little tiny flaws that I think everyone else can see. And it did a lot to change how I viewed just speaking out. So I did get very good at it. But if you have something in your life that you would like to face, a fear that you would like to face, something that you feel too afraid to do, there's an easier way to do it. And the way that you do it is that you really get clear about what it is that you would like to do. If it's speaking in front of a group of people, you know, then that's going to be it. If it's saying something to someone that you haven't said ever before, but you've always wanted to, maybe that's it. Maybe it's asking someone out on a date. Maybe it's asking your boss for a raise. There are so many things that people are afraid to do. And what I want to say is that this is going to be easy. Okay. So the way that you do it is you practice it. You practice it inside your mind. And in your mind, it goes really well. If you're talking to your boss about a raise, they say, well, of course you deserve a raise, and they give you more than you expected. If it's saying something to someone that you never said before, or maybe asking someone out on a date, you see yourself doing it. You imagine how it feels. You give yourself the practice of having it go really, really well. And there's two things that happen when you do that. the first thing that happens is you start to gain some confidence that this could actually go well. You're giving yourself the opportunity to see it go well. And the second thing that happens, which a lot of people don't understand, and I'm going to talk about this in another video, is that as you imagine having this conversation or saying this thing to this other person, they are actually on a much higher frequency in that conversation with you. They know what you would like. They have a similar experience, and they are in the conversation as it goes really well. And I know that this sounds kind of crazy, but I have had conversations with people in my imagination, and they have heard me because I found out later that they were having these thoughts and that it had to do with that same thing. Also, there are people who practice, like they have these conversations with their boss in their head about how mad they are at them and how they're yelling at them for being unfair. And when they go into work the next day, the boss is upset. The boss acts exactly the way they had it going on in their head. Same day, same, a different day, same experience. And when they change that imagined conversation with their boss changes. I know it sounds weird, but it actually happens. So this will work when it comes to trying something that you would like to be more brave about. Have the conversation in your mind. Have it over and over again if you have to, until you feel, yeah, this is a possibility. And then go out in the world and test it. Just try it. Go and see how it's going to happen. If you're asking someone out on a date and it doesn't go as well as you imagined it, number one, I'd be surprised. And number two, at least you tried it. At least you went out in the world. And the odds are it's going to go way better than you ever thought it would. And that's because you practiced it in your mind. So I hope this helped someone out there today to be brave. I hope this helped someone to understand the power you have to shift a scenario that you're playing in one way, but you could play it in the other way. And if you play it in that other way, it's going to go that other way. All right. So I hope you got something out of this. If you're interested in working with me, there's a link in the description that goes to my website. And until the next video, have a great day.